Hello, welcome to the FRO Division 2 West race at Rio. We are here with we restarted the race for some reason, apparently because people could not join the queue. So we'll have to see if the qualifying will be restarted or if the race will be restarted as a whole. So we are in the dry conditions as we have resetted the session. It was Gio who was on pole. However, now that we have reset it, it looks like the qualifying is restarting as a whole. So it is a very messy. It has been a very messy race weekend so far in FRO. As in Division 1, we had a mid-race red flag restart due to Man 15 having a pit stop issue, and now we have another restart of the whole session itself. So all those 10 minutes in the wets were for nothing, as we're now going to come back and redo this qualifying session and have another 10 minutes of qualifying. Let's go on board with Quattris, who was the official of who made the call to restart the Division 1 race, is now jumping into the car and racing in Division 2 as he tries to negotiate through Sector 1 and has taken that corner really nicely. He's doing the chicane right now and he keeps it off the wall, and now he's gonna have a run down to the Sector 1 and going into Sector 2, and he's purple, so Quattro's setting a really good foundation of pace right now. He has Mass Ninja as we're restarting the session again. Okay. So we're restarting the session again. Race. This is the third qualifying session we're going into. And it's rain. It's very light rain. Wasn't a heavy rain before, but we do have precipitation that could arise into the rest of the qualifying or even the race. So this is a big mess by the officials. I do believe so myself. They need to be aware that Division 2 West, I don't know how they're not aware yet. They're so blinded that Division 2 West always has almost a full grid, and they can't take the audacity to even plan out for this race. They know, because the server cap is 22, and with 20 drivers racing, it just takes organization, and that's not what the officials have done. And it looks like we have PvP that left the server already. Not sure why, if he's not, but we have Leoparder, who as of now has set the fastest first sector, but it is taken by Smikos. Leoparder rocking that beautiful inspired Ferrari 2018 livery. One that reminds me a lot of the former team I used to own, which was Ferran FR Racing, if you guys remember back in season 4 and season 6, between season 4 and season 6. But it is DSF who now has the fastest first sector. He's one of the drivers, definitely one of the drivers to beat, especially around Rio, as he's won here a couple times, I believe, in the season 3 and season 4 days of the league. And Leo crosses the line with a 136, but now it's I Am Bob who takes provisional pole position. But now it's Gio who raced Division 1 earlier and came home with points, I believe, who it's the first six, but now it's DSF with that fast first sector to Gio's two purple sectors in Sector 2 and Sector 3 is going to take provisional pole as of now. Watchers is purple in the second sector. He has a couple corners left to go as he's coming up to the hairpin. One of the most trickiest corners to get around Rio, as if you're too early on the throttle, it can cost you a lot of speed as you can go wide. And he's now going to the double right hander, just like similar to Abu Dhabi, the real life circuit. And now he's gonna come through the chicane. Where's he gonna put his car? He's going to go P8. That must have been a really scruffy Sector 1 or Sector 3 by Quattros. Now we're going to see the drivers, most drivers who've just finished their laps, regroup and come back for their second lap. It's one of the longest circuits on the calendar, I believe. And one of the slowest too, as Rio has a lot of corners, so drivers have to be really quick on their out laps to get as many flying laps as they can. Ava Flakes, who did not finish his first flyer, goes to P3, so respectable lap by him, but he's 4 tenths down from pole position. We have Gio, who is purple in the first sector. He's driving for McLaren Racing right now, and reserved for Funny Group Racing earlier today in Division 1. He's red in the second sector, but he's still setting some blistering great lines. Oh, was he corner cuts, and that's going to be his lap compromised. DSF is improving in the second sector. Young is purple in the second sector too. He hasn't set a lap on the board yet, but can he potentially challenge for pole as he's going to come up to the line, and he goes P3 with a sub 136, 135.9. And he's not that far off, so if he can regroup on this next lap, he can definitely be in the fight for pole position. It's like not many drivers on a flying lap as of now, at least some of the faster drivers that are at the top of the board right now. Milk might be on a lap right now. Hasn't set a lap yet. The driver for Spirit Racing, as he's coming across the final corner, he's gonna take the fast chicane, and he's gonna come up to the line, and he's going to go P12. So he's in the points paying position if he races. Quattros jumps up to P3, less than a tenth behind. I don't think he's gonna be able to have enough time for another flyer though. Gio, I think, is on a lap right now, so we're going to follow along with Gio and see if he can take pole position away from DSF. This is going to be his last qualifying effort, as with only 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock, he's not going to have enough time, as he's green in the first sector. He wasn't purple like he was before, but he definitely is in the hunt for pole position as of now if he can keep it clean. These are some really clean lines as he's going through the left and right hander and then making the downhill all the way down. And he's purple in the second sector. Quattros, who is third, has left the game. I'm not sure if he's going to come back or not, but Quattros has left. And Gio is negotiating his way. He's going to come up to the hairpin. He missed the apex a little bit, but he's keeping it really clean. And now he's going to make that run down to the double right-handers. He has to keep it nice and tidy as he's on a big lap right now. DSF has retired from the session. And now Gio, all eyes on Gio. This is really clean to take pole position away from DSF. Can Gio do it? And he does. He's going to take pole position by less than 1/10 with a 135.7. Gio, who was arguably robbed from pole position in the first qualifying session, is now going to take pole if no one else can improve. There's still Ava Flakes to go, who is right now on a lap. Ava Flakes is coming through the last two corners. Oh, and it looks like he's gonna retire from the qualifying now. And it looks like it is going to be Gio who is going to be on pole position, with DSF and Quattros second and third. and back, and we have Gio leading the grid. He started from pole position and has maintained that lead. However, there is Young and DSF, the two teammates at Scuderia Hispania Aldo Motorsports, trailing right behind him as Lepre takes the fastest lap as of now, but we can expect the, the lap time to get faster as it is slightly damp and there's some slight on the track right now. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for the intermediate tires, but we'll have to see how the rain unfolds as the laps go on. Flakes, who just took the fastest lap of the race with a 1:38, you can definitely tell that the light rain is having an impact on the lap times. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for drivers to turn, but it doesn't look like it is intermediate conditions yet. However, that could change as the weather, there's still a lot more weather changes to go in this race. As Young looks like he's cleared Aberflix and Quattris, and he's trying to run away and catch up to Gio now, who is 7/10 ahead. The field is really close right now. It looks like it, at least from first to seventh, especially for a street course and in the rain. Aberflix trying to fight back with Young to take that second position away. Both drivers definitely have a lot of pace right now, and we'll see if they can catch up to Gio. Might have gone slightly wide there, and now Young is gonna try to catch back up, and he's gonna almost take second place now as they go into turn one. It's a really tricky corner to nail, as you have to really be on the brakes for the less possible time to carry as much speed as you can, as it's really not a slow corner. It's really more of a high speed medium corner. But the two are inseparable right now, as Aberflix just barely ahead by what the telemetry says. And they're not letting Gio pull away too. The gap is still 1.3. So they are in striking range if Gio makes a corner cut, or if they can pick up any sort of slipstream to catch up. weather stays the same for the next weather change, which is for the next weather update for which is about to happen in 2 minutes. It looks like we couldn't really see what the best strategy was because of the restart on lap 11, but most of the drivers in Division 1 went on the softs and they pitted around lap 5, lap 6. So I wonder if we will see any pit stops right here, right now, or will they try to extend it maybe 1 or 2 more laps to see what the weather change will be like. If I were one of the 19 drivers currently driving, definitely I would definitely extend 1 more lap just to see what the weather is like, because you don't want to be the first one in, going in blind and not knowing what the best tire choice will be. We are 1 minute away from the weather change. Also, Avaflix has maybe closed the gap slightly to Geo. He's 1.1 away from Geo. So as the weather has changed now, and it looks like it's staying about the same, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of the drivers go onto the slick tires, as we have a lot of takers right here: Young, Watchers, DSF, and Gallo, as well as some other midfielders. And they are all, looks like they're all going onto the mediums, except for, no, never mind. I thought Zach's already made his pit stop, but so we'll see what some of these drivers do, if they will want to extend it or will they pit in the next few laps. I mean, or will they pit this lap? Because the weather change isn't for another 9 minutes, so the drivers on the softs will definitely have to come into pit. If I were Gio, I would probably extend it maybe another lap, just simply because so he can have the tire advantage to Young, who is probably already going to undercut him and take over the lead. So might as well extend it to get the tire advantage on him later on, as it's probably going to be the longest stint of the race, as I say that Gio is in the pits. Same with Avaflakes, and I Am Bob is going to extend the stint. And Gio is going to go onto the softs again. That is a really interesting strategy, as this is not going to be a long stint for Gio. I wonder if he's maybe looking to try to make the 3-stop work, maybe, or he's trying to maybe extend the soft stint a little bit and then finish it out on the mediums, because as we saw in Division 1, Light Murillo made the mediums last 14 laps and he almost won the race too if it was 2 laps shorter. So the mediums definitely have a lot of grip in them. And crucially, Gio did manage to stay ahead of Young and DSF, and he's going to have some clean air ahead of him, as the next car is 4.5 seconds ahead. He will also have the tire advantage, as the softs will have a lot of grip compared to the mediums. Bob is coming into the pits. Let's see what tire choice he's gonna go on, and he's going to go onto the mediums. And it looks like he's going to cycle out in P9, a few seconds behind Ava Flakes. As Lepre is a lap down for some reason. I don't know why he just stopped in the pits. He's not in his pit stall, but he just stopped in a pit stall right now. I don't know. I don't know what Lepre is doing, but he just stopped in the pits. But anyways, Baduk is leading the race right now, with Milk in P2 and Geo P3, 2.6 seconds behind. We're about to overtake Baduk for P1. Baduk hasn't pit yet, but he's on the medium tires right now. I'm not sure what he's trying to do, but maybe he's trying to wait out for the weather change so that he can get the track position and get a free pit stop. But as of now, it looks like Gio is going to overtake him as there's still 4 minutes left, which is a lot of time left to go, especially around Rio as there's a lot of corners. And he's going to make the overtake into turn 1 and take over the lead once again. Minutes until the weather change. My god, this race is so boring. Has absolutely pulled away from has absolutely pulled away from P2 Baduk. And now Baduk is under pressure of Young as he comes into the pits now. Baduk is gonna come into the pits now. He went 11 laps on the stand. And he's going to go on another set of mediums, so I think that he's going to finish the race out on sauce when he pits again. As it looks like it is the same rain condition, so nothing has changed, and it looks like drivers will continue to go onto the mediums. Onto the slick tires. We have Smikos in the pits for his first pit stop, and he's going to go onto the soft tires. I'm really impressed on how Charles Leclerc hasn't been lapped yet, by the way. The GOAT of NASCAR Full Pack Unlimited now trying to take his talents into FRL open wheel as he's going to go onto the hards. So that is really interesting, as the hard tires definitely aren't the best choice around here in my opinion, but we'll see how he does. He's P16 right now, so a couple DNFs and we could see Charles Leclerc best on the points. As I say that, we have our first retirement, real retirement of the race. It is Gallops, who is running in the points, I believe. made it into the pit. He's gonna come in for his second stop of the race.
I heard something's really bad going on. What's going on? Hello?
So apparently the game is broken because some people who are making a pit stop cannot see their pit box.
Yeah, so let me do it and another guy do it. What is going on, man?
Yeah, so the outcome of this race weekend is gonna be pretty hectic, to be honest.
And there is rain. I don't think it's enough to affect the racing. Is it?
No, it's not enough. It's not enough for intermediate tires, unfortunately, which absolutely makes no sense.
Oh, and we had the leader corner cut. Flick is just hit the CC at the first three corners of sector 3, and now behind him is chasing Pack. And they go.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Royal.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
How is the race going?
Thank God. Thank God you guys joined. I was actually getting so bored of talking to myself.
What happened? I heard there was 2 restarts.
Apparently the game broke and 2 people cannot make their pit stop because their pits are not appearing for them. Like, you know, the red box that is on their pit box, it's not appearing for them. So they cannot make a pit stop.
Is it still broken?
Allegedly yes, but all of them have retired from the race.
Wait, what? So
Obviously.
was the race cancelled?
No.
No, it's still going.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna get some food now, but when I come back, I'll have a look. Because there's probably missing pitbox. If I had to guess.
Yeah, that's pretty broken.
But I'm
no
not
red
sure.
flags. This race weekend's already chaotic enough.
How is a 10-year-old track? No updates to it. Funny you get this kind of glitch.
Wait. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. For those curious, Albania versus Serbia is on.
Oh yes, that was all good, man. That was one of the matches in the card, in like a boxing sense, not a football sense. So yeah, that's going on right now.
Imagine
Make
it
sure-
that,
make sure to search Albania versus Serbia football and not Albania versus Serbia only, because that will get different results.
Why? Why? Why?
They have
no,
some
actually,
beef.
tell me why.
they have some beef. That beef
They have lots of
resulted
beef.
in that beef resulted in the loss of Yugoslavia.
That beef has had generational homicides. I don't think it has
Albania have
today.
Reddit post: Albania have hung up the tiniest possible Serbia flag in their stadium ahead of the team's World Cup qualifier.
Oh yeah, let's head back to the race, shall we? Because something's going on for sure. I'm not sure what's going on. Gio is still on second. I do not know how this guy with his terrible driving ability has managed to make up the second. I guess that's how bad the competition is today. Let's see who else. I think I know that guy. I think he's good, decent, yeah. Now ESF. He is a bit washed today, but honestly,
Yeah,
the grinding you need for this track is insane. I don't blame him that he's P8. He doesn't have the time.
maybe he doesn't have enough time for but he's been in the game for so long.
It's Mike Wilson, the guy I know from mainly FRLI. Well, Charles Leclerc the best is somehow in P15 not last.
As Ava Flakes is in the pits, or probably his final stop of the race.
And it
So
is for
Gio
Inter.
is leading. No, it's not bad enough.
Not wet enough for Inter.
Yeah. And Gio commands
Weather change,
move.
though. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
We have a weather change in 1 minute, so hopefully we get some sort of rain. This probably will be the last.
There is no weather
of the
change.
race.
There is no weather change. What do you mean?
No, but the rain could get heavier, and maybe
How do you know?
the intercondition. We'll
Where does
see,
it say?
because
It's
has
still the same
happened-
weather.
because it has happened.
Oh, you mean
before.
like-
It's just
oh, yeah.
there's no rain percentage like before, so we can't accurately judge if it's gonna be inters or slicks.
It's here. It's still the same.
see. We'll see
It's still.
in a couple seconds. And Young is complaining about blue flags. And it looks like... Oh, and there's heavy rain in 30 minutes too. Fortunately, we won't reach that. So
Too
that's
far.
fun. Yeah.
Oh, I got a battle
We
here.
have...
P2.
Yep, between...
Who the hell is Pat Duckback? I've never heard this name.
He's a Vietnamese fella.
And the team's called Funny Group Racing. That's automatically a good thing. Good note in my book.
Yeah.
Funny Group Racing car. He exited this threesome, or no, it's a twosome with Lee still, because that's a lap car in the way. I don't know why he's still in it. What is that? Yeah. Young. That is my position. P3, three cars for the lead for P2, sorry. And they're heading down into turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. No, what is this? This is turn 4, and this is turn 5. Sorry, my bad. I didn't hear you sing it for me.
Spectate P2.
It is currently... Oh, Young gets back into P2 right there at the end. I think Qantas makes a slight mistake. It is quite heavy on the screen, but it's not enough to affect the racing, folks. It's still
Visually
Charles
though,
all the
it
way.
does look heavier. It does look heavier,
Yeah.
I will say that.
I'm not sure if it's affecting the driving much. I don't think it should. And even then, I don't think it's heavy enough to change to the inters. And even if the inters were faster, I don't think it would be that much faster.
Well, there's still 8 laps to go, so that is definitely enough time to make up ground, so we'll have to see.
We'll have to make up 16 seconds just to get back to where they were, so I'm not sure about that. Although, if you do make the right call, you gain 3 seconds per lap, so yeah.
Yeah. I do think it
Ooh.
enters though, because the rain does look heavier. However,
Will anyone make a stop? No, I don't think anyone's gonna make a stop. No one will risk this.
Will anyone
I
pit?
think they have to.
Realistically,
Looks like Leo's
I
gonna
think-
try it.
yeah, but Leo's like a lap down. He's a lap down.
Michael's
Oh,
gonna
Michael's
try
what's
it
it?
too. They're gonna take the gamble. They're gonna take the gamble.
Michael's the only guy who did it. Michael's the only guy who did it. Looks like he will go on the... is he on the... What?
What? Why did he
He was
stop in the
lost.
middle of nowhere?
He didn't stop.
Huh?
He didn't take a pit stop. It
No
still
box
says one stop.
again.
Oh,
No blocks,
no.
and that's...
unfortunate.
That is terrible. He was, I think, I don't know where he was. I ain't called the cuts.
Oh,
So
that's
that, no,
unfortunate.
that is one of the highlights of today, the first FRL race without a pit crew. It's like a F1 2005. So that's actually the thing
Anyways,
that it's completely intentional.
Yeah, but
Anyways,
considering
let's
it's
see.
Rio, maybe the pit crew
Leo
got robbed.
Carter. Let's see if Leo's gonna gain time. Okay, he's just joking. He's just messing around now.
Inters are
And he
faster,
says
chat.
Inters are faster.
Well, no one's falling. Whatever it is, it looks like that Young is actually catching up to Gio here.
Yeah,
Um,
but he still has
he-
4 seconds to go.
I think he can do it.
We'll see.
We believe in God.
Duke is in the pits. Is he gonna go on to the Inters or is he gonna go on softs? As he actually has a pit box and he's gonna go on to the Inters. So is it an Inters race?
Has to right now.
Maybe.
He has to gain a lot. In 5 laps, he has to gain 16 seconds just to be back where he was. And if it's much faster, he needs to hope it's 5 seconds faster. I don't think it's that far, that much. Can't be that much.
20 seconds gain is stretch. Who knows? Who knows?
just gained
These are
4
D2 guys.
He gained 4 tenths through that
4
corner
tenths in
alone.
one corner. Oh,
25.5 up to Gio. 25.3.
see, let's track down that gap.
25.
You already gain a second.
I think it is.
It's not gonna be enough.
I think
It's in
it
this
is.
condition, but I'm not sure if it's worth to make a stop at the moment. Let's see at the end of this lap. So he was about 26 seconds back. He's currently gaining 1.6, 1.4, but that's not enough. I don't think.
Young has
Yeah,
absolutely clapped down to Gio. I think Young is in the catbird seat because if Gio doesn't pit, then Young will pit. If Gio pits, then Young will stay out. But let's see.
I don't. If I'm young, I'm not
Gio's
staying out
gonna
here because
pit.
Gio pits.
Gio's gonna pit.
So
Young stays
Young, I
out.
think has.
Young stays
don't
out.
stay out.
Ooh, this is looking. I
Take
think.
the gamble.
I don't think Young's made the right call. Has he made the right call here? I'm not sure. It's
We'll
gonna
have
be
to see
close,
to the
whatever
end.
it is.
But it looks like he's gonna have to get through a lot of traffic to get anywhere close to Young now.
So
2 seconds a lap.
I think that's doable. That's doable. That's really doable.
Let's see. It's 11.3 right now. 11.4.
Young has to commit to this, and has I don't think Padukda didn't undercut was it Ochio, but did he gain that
Yes,
much?
He is gaining time on.
He's already getting alone. He's already getting alone. Look at this. Look at this. 5 tenths just to second one alone. This is amazing. This is gonna be a good strategy call from Gio to get back in the box and get these tires changed. And he's now heading back. Already getting a lot more spots. You see just right there, sector 2 line. That is 10.1. So it's all to play for here. I think Gio might have made the call. And at the moment, Young is not looking too
9
good.
seconds. 9 seconds.
5
is
seconds
still
gain.
A big gap, especially with more traffic ahead. So we'll see.
Yeah,
But this traffic, I think this traffic is going to help Gio instead of making him too dirty here because he has so much grip on the
Well,
competition. It doesn't matter.
it depends
dirty
where
air.
he catches them because it depends where he catches them. If he catches them in sector 3, then it's definitely going to benefit. If he catches them in sector 1 or 2, it might hamper him, but the gap is going to be 9 seconds when he comes.
Look at that,
to
2
the
seconds a
line.
lap already. It's 1.9
4
at
laps to
the lap.
go.
Oh, he needs to make sure he doesn't make any mistake, by the way. That's the more important thing here.
It's gonna be real. I think it's gonna be really close because Gio's not gaining as much as I thought he would, but he's still very rapid.
As I say that, I think he's gained more on this sector 1 alone than he did in last sector. Because of that, because he started on the pit, on the start finish line, so the pit lane. So let's see through here. He's racing with Charles, who played best, a lap down. But, please just get out the way, man. Oh my dearie me! Oh no!
He's not getting
The dirty
oh
air.
no, it's not
He's
following
not-
the procedure. He's not. He got clear anyways, but huge distraction.
Yeah.
Well, this might actually cost him in time. This might have costed Gio time. I think he would have got at least under 8 seconds that lap. But it looks like it cost him 10th or 2, staying behind Charles Leclerc.
Was this really the right strategy to go on? I'm actually wondering so much. Was this actually really the right strategy?
I think it was. I think he's on pace. He's on pace. He's on pace.
Yes, but he's
Yeah.
not. He only gained 1.5 seconds that lap. He needs to really hamper it now.
Now look at that! Look at the gap now. 7.1. I think it's the right call.
We'll see.
It's gotta be the right call.
We're gonna be really close as we come. 3 laps to go for Young.
He's over pace. He's over the pace that he needs to set. I think this is the right call. 6.9. He was 11 seconds outside of Young. He's now 6.9 under him. 3 laps to go. Is this gonna be enough?
6.6. 6.666.
Look at
Nice.
The devil's number.
Is the slipstream of
He made
Quattros?
it go
Quattros,
through the
I think he just hit the wall, Quattros. He just hit the wall. He's gonna use even more time. So Gio will at least get the podium out of this, but can he get a
He's gonna
win?
get a huge draft. He's gonna get a huge draft.
Oh, and he's gained
Or just won't
5
let him by.
tenths within 1 second. Watchers will fight out this, obviously, for position, but Gio just eats him up.
Well, he is under no pressure. He is super calm and composed. I think Young is the one who has to really get a move on, really put on the pressure on himself. Because right now, Gio looks comfortable as hell.
Yep.
Looking at the
Italian
sector times.
charging in.
Looking at the sector
He's
time.
already
Young.
under the gap that Young had.
Looking at the
This is
sector
crazy.
times, Young 25.4, Gio 24.3. So he gained 1 second in the sector, in the second sector. He's right there. He's in sight of Young.
Oh,
Inside,
this
I
might have been the right call.
Bit of a
Gonna come
distraction
down
here.
To the wire. It is Gio and Young fighting it out for the win. 2 companies.
Look at the grip he has. Look at the grip he has. He's gonna make it work surely now. It's the home stretch. 2 laps to go. He just has about 1.7 to gain per lap, and he's been consistently getting at least 2 seconds a lap. This is gonna be pretty close. I think he gets it.
Let's see, it's 3.0
Yep.
now. He
That
needs
is
to be
possible.
within 1.5 to have a chance at the end of the coming up to the last.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be the last lap pass. There's gotta be a last lap pass. This doesn't need nerves to get to it. I don't think he'll let it get to it because this is very easy for him right now.
But
We'll see.
Gio,
Gio-
Young is inside of Gio now. He's thirsty for this
What?
win. And thirsty is the right word to use because he's on Intus. He's eating up all the, drinking up all the water on track.
Oh, that's some interesting logic, but Gio is catching up more and more now to Young. It's 1.9, 1.7.
817. Look at the
He's gonna be.
difference.
He's
the
gonna be
hairpin.
super. Yeah, it's any tight corner, any corner where I should turn a lot, and doesn't have to depend on much on the speed of the cars. That's the place where it gains most. And Gio right now is just hunting him down ever so fast, and you can see the gap is reduced completely now. It's under a second. He's gained 3.4 in just 1 lap alone, and now he's gonna get right on the chuff of his car. And look at it now. Gio is right on the tail of him, heading into the last lap. It's Whiteford this time by Gio.
It looks like
Pits from the lead, and he's gonna go and get it back.
into turn 1.
Very risky.
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh, bit of a lag
He's
here.
frozen.
Is this? Oh no no
Oh,
no.
he's
Still
back.
racing with
He's
Young?
back. And he takes the lead. He takes the lead,
Slight scare.
and he's
takes the lead.
absolutely flying away from Young.
Like taking
Well, that's
candy from a
pretty-
child.
Pretty easy call and pretty easy way to get back the lead. It's honestly, if he just stayed out, maybe it would have been the same outcome. But the fact that he did it is
Yeah.
more impressive this way. And I think that the win is all the more deserved. Gio, he can't mess this up now. Young will be disappointed that he didn't make the right call, and it'll feel gutting for him. But honestly, it's not up to him. That call.
It might be a net gain though
It
for
was.
Young because if you remember, the gap before Gio pitted was 3.5,
It,
and right
it
now it's
depends
at
on this lap.
1.9. We'll see
It does
if
depend
it
on
is
this
a
lap.
net
I
gain or
think
not.
Gio gained a lot on this last sector stretch, mainly because of slipstream. I think it's roughly the same for Gio. Rounding up into sector 3, he looks at this hairpin and just takes it so much better than any other driver right now on the field because of those tires. He's gonna get a massive victory for him in the championship, I believe. And this is gonna punch his ticket into the history books. Gio wins at D2 West Rio, round 11 of this season, and that is gonna round his race up. What a way to get on those inter tires and get back into the first position.
What a race
Masterclass
by
strategy from Gio, reminiscent of Alonso in 2008 or 7.
This
yes.
I think it was
this all caused by Rio
last.
telling the field that the inter tires were faster, and Gio, I think he actually gained a teeny tiny bit on the net, so it would have made zero difference if he had pit or
But
not.
he's a man of his
Well,
word. He proved that into stuff.
actually, maybe it would have been better for him to pit because Young was catching a lot in those last couple of laps before Gio
Yeah.
pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It will
wet
also
track
be
on
a
top
very
right.
It will also be a very controversial race, as some drivers were, quite frankly, forced to retire from the race because they couldn't make a pit stop.
I think that might have played into the factor that some drivers did not want to stop for the inter tires because
Oh,
they knew that
Leo!
they could.
Leo crashing into the pit wall.
I think he's gonna finish. He's gonna finish still though. But I think maybe some drivers were afraid that the glitch might happen to them, and some of them didn't pit. Jim took the bullet, took the risk. He knew that he could have had a stop issue, but he still went with it. He still went with it.
That
And then
is
wraps it up.
the Division 2 race here at Rio. We apologize for all of the inconvenience at start of the race, but that'll up will head into.
That wraps it up. Thank you for watching.